names, and I was like, I just learned your name, but yeah.
Are we live? Okay. So, hi everybody, and welcome to the Global Radio Outreach Comedy Night. I'm Becky, and
I'm Michael.
And you have a voice this time.
Yeah.
If you want to know what that's about, you got to watch our previous banquet.
Go back into the archives and find it.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got some fun stuff that's going to be happening tonight. We've got a comedian that's going to be sharing some fun stories or just various things like that. But right now, we are going to share some dad jokes. Yeah. We're going to do the whole dad joke challenge and see if not that I'm a dad.
We're going to potentially test their eye-rolling capacity
That's
to see
right.
They might faint from the cringe.
From the cringe value of this.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm excited.
Okay, cool.
I feel like there's no going back once we begin.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so but is there like I actually I've watched a few, but is there something that's supposed to happen to you if you laugh? Are you just not supposed to laugh? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Are we playing it cool and serious like a dad?
I guess you're supposed to try not to. I'm supposed to try to make you laugh, and you're supposed to try to make me laugh, but...
Okay, right.
I don't know
pure dad form.
Yeah.
I mean, the kids at the high school I work with call me Unk.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the Unk, so Unk status.
Yeah, there's some interesting lingo going on out there, right?
Well, I'm ready
You've
to hear yours.
lost all your Riz. Is that what the deal is?
Yeah, we're just aura farming here at the table.
Oh, okay,
yep.
Cool. Okay. All righty. Should I start?
I hope so.
Okay. All right. My neighbor gave me a new roof for free. He said it was on the house. You can't laugh, man.
You're right. I would be kicked out of the game right now.
Failed.
Okay. All right. Well,
right.
In the spirit of that joke, I'm going to go to a similar one.
Okay.
I hung a picture up on the wall the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Some would say I nailed it.
Wow. Okay. All right. Did you hear about the teenager who failed his driving test?
No.
Oh, yeah. He thought it was a crash course.
We totally need one of those sound bars.
I know, for real.
I actually like that one.
Yeah.
Have you heard the rumor about butter?
No.
Well, I'm not going to spread it.
Oh, wow, yeah, okay. Actually, I had that one on my list.
No, I stole it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. How do Vikings communicate with one another?
My people, how did we communicate?
Yeah.
I don't know, Becky.
Norse code. Yeah.
Norse code. That's
Hi.
good.
How are you doing?
Well, hi.
Hi, how are you?
This is a frequent thing. How are you?
Yeah, doing good.
Say hi to the people.
Hi. Oh,
That's fine.
what are you guys doing?
We ought to have an on-air,
Yeah,
sign.
I know. For
Yeah.
real. Really
But this
being
is
recorded
live.
right
It's
now?
real.
Yes,
It's
these are real
not
people.
scripted.
Exactly.
I was going to say, I'm on Duolingo, and there's a guy that he does, and so you go tap, tap, and he does this thing. So I came in, it's like, are you on Duolingo?
No, we're telling dad jokes.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Do you want
wanna-
to read one off of our list?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. This is great. This is one that you would probably know anyway from your nurse background. Can you read that one?
Why does a duck have tail feathers to cover its butt crack?
It's butt quack.
That's
It's PG. We're in a church.
Tacky.
Oh my
It's-
goodness!
tacky.
Come on.
It's tacky. Yeah.
Okay. All these are tacky. That's what we're going for, right? Okay. What do you call a boomerang that does not come back?
I don't know.
I don't know.
A stick.
That's funny.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Where, Becky, do bad rainbows go?
I don't know.
Prism.
Uh-huh.
It's a light sentence.
Yeah. That's good. Okay.
How's
All
Megan?
right.
She's good.
Do you know I get nursing students from Northwest University? I get them for 10 weeks. I love them. Yeah, I get 2 sets of 2. So I get
yeah.
5 weeks and 5 weeks.
Love on them. They're great. They're great kids.
Okay, so why don't scientists trust atoms?
I don't know.
Because they make everything up. Yeah.
That was deep. That was very deep.
Yeah, very scientific there.
What, Becky, is the most tired part of a car?
I don't know.
You're going to crack it. You almost had it. It's the exhaust pipe.
Oh, yeah. It's very exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm going to tell you my kangaroo one. Okay. What do you call a kangaroo's lazy Joey?
Gosh, I don't know. Tell me.
A pouch potato. Yeah.
Well, what does a pampered cow give?
I think I know this one.
Spit it out.
Spoiled milk?
Yeah, she got it.
All right.
Dad and mom status.
Wow.
And maybe it's a mom joke.
Okay. Yeah. Did you hear about the book about anti-gravity? About gravity? Sorry, which one was it? Anti-gravity. It's about anti-gravity. My bad.
I don't know. Did it hit the floor?
No, I couldn't put it down.
You couldn't put it down.
Yeah, because it's just like.
Yeah, because it's literal. Get it? Laws of nature.
Yeah.
Well, this might, I don't know, be a little personal since you've got a couple kids at home.
Okay,
but
alrighty.
What did the middle child say to his family?
What?
Nobody remembers.
Oh, wow.
We love the Oreo kids out there.
My
Yeah.
middle son.
Jesus loves the middle sons.
Okay. I bought the world's worst thesaurus. Not only is it terrible, it's terrible.
I used to be blonde. I'm going to admit that one over my head.
What? Seriously, you didn't get that? A thesaurus? You know, the one that tells you, the book that
Yeah.
tells you two different words that mean almost the same thing so that you can, like, interchange them?
Could someone online help me? Maybe in a chat. Do we have a chat going?
No,
we don't.
You
Okay.
don't know what that is?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Isn't that, by the way, just a quick aside, for all the dad joke tellers out there, when the person says, I don't get it, or when you have to explain the joke, it's the worst.
Yeah, it is kind of hard.
It's like
Yeah.
I die a little inside.
Yes, I was gonna say that. It feels like it hurts me.
It hurts.
Just kidding. Okay, alrighty. What do you got?
What is a Middle Easterner comic's favorite food?
Middle Eastern or comic?
A Middle Eastern comic's favorite food.
Like the comic book?
Like a comedian.
Oh,
A
okay.
comedian from the Middle East. What is
Okay.
their favorite food?
I don't know.
Falafel.
Okay.
I made that one up myself, and I gotta say, I need to work it.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
to try it out, at home a little.
I would totally go with the comedian because, like, I got confused with the comic thing. I
Right,
thought it
yeah.
was a book.
Yeah, good.
Okay,
Great. Now
all right.
everybody knows.
No. Well, you know what? I love the word plethora. It means a lot.
It means a lot.
Yeah.
Our Wordle people out there.
Yeah, it
They're
means a
gonna
lot to
appreciate
me.
it.
It means a lot to me.
All right, well, this is the last one I have, and then we can just rattle off your page.
Okay,
But
okay.
How do you find Will Smith in the snow?
No,
You
no, no.
follow the Fresh Prince.
Yeah, okay. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Why did the Energizer Bunny go to jail?
Something though, he kept going and going and going.
He was charged for battery.
He was charged for battery.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see what else I got. Did you hear about the guy who's afraid of hurdles?
Hurdles? No, what happened?
It's okay. He got over it.
He got over it. Pains me as a former track hurdler.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to hurt you.
Some of them go under it too.
Yeah. Well, not this guy.
Into
Apparently, he
it.
got over it. Yes. Yeah. Did you hear about the guy who drank invisible ink? Yeah. Yeah. He was last seen. He's waiting to be seen at the hospital.
Oh,
Okay, I
okay.
messed that one up. I need to look at my paper. Okay. Anyway.
There's a rim shot
sorry.
somewhere in
And this is
heaven.
why I'm not a real comedian. Anyway.
It's okay. The power probably isn't even on. We're
Yeah.
probably not even recording.
Probably not. Everybody's like, when are they coming on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, did you hear about the woman who couldn't stop collecting magazines?
Did you hear about the woman who couldn't stop collecting magazines? I did not hear about her.
No, yeah, she has issues.
She has issues.
Yes.
Volumes and volumes of issues.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh, here's one of my favorites. I've known this one since I was a little kid, and it's always been my favorite. What's brown and sticky?
I don't know.
A stick.
A stick! Which could be a boomerang.
And that's true, but that's only if it doesn't come back.
If it doesn't come back.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think that might almost be... Oh, no, I have...
There might be a few people out there still clinging to life.
We haven't killed all
By
of
the
them
radio,
yet.
I
Should I
know.
like tell a worse one here? I've got a few more that are worse. Let's see. When does it rain money?
I don't know, and I certainly will never know.
When there is a change in the weather.
When there's change in the weather.
Yeah. That could actually be painful if that was real.
Yeah, and for all of our Gen Alphas who don't know what change is,
That's really sad.
research.
You know coins. Coins? You know what coins are, right? Yes. Yeah, really. Let's see. I know. Actually, my son's like that. He does not like change. He's all like, he would give me his change for dollar bills, even if it's more than, as long as he doesn't have to have the change.
Yeah.
But, let's see. What's the best kind of music to listen to when fishing?
I feel like I could crack that if I had a couple minutes. I don't know.
I don't think so. This one's not as obvious as you would think.
Okay. All right. What is
Something catchy.
something catchy?
Yeah. Like, it's not a style of music. It almost sounds like because you're thinking style of music,
I've never caught a fish, so I don't. That's why I wouldn't know how to finish the joke.
Sorry.
It's a concept
Actually, I
unknown
don't
to me.
think I have either. I'm trying to think if I ever actually went fishing. I don't think I have.
Last
Have
time
you
I went
gone fishing?
I beat some fish with a large pole. We were spear fishing, and we found out that collecting them into a pool was easier to bludgeon them.
We do not condone violence against fish.
We do not condone violence against fish or salmon or any
Unless
other
you're just-
tasty things.
I know. Did you eat it then? I mean, because weren't they just
Oh yeah,
and they were okay, even though you just like.
they were near the end. They were a little gray.
Oh.
The pink had left.
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah. So they were on the edge anyway.
We were doing a service to them.
Oh, okay. Ending their lives because they were in misery anyway, right? Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. What do you call two monkeys who share an Amazon account? You might be able to get this one.
I don't know.
Prime mates.
Prime mates.
Yeah. See, that one's not bad.
I'm waiting for a Prime delivery as we speak. It might arrive at my doorstep by 7:30.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Are you gonna rush off and get it?
It's a rain hat, and I think it's dry today, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
not
It's
too
not
important.
urgent.
Not urgent.
Okay. All right. Have you ever heard of quiet tennis?
No.
It's kind of like regular tennis, but without the racket. Yeah, so I think that might be just about all I have. I think we've run out of material, but we should be starting anytime, right? Oh, not quite. Apparently we needed more.
No.
We have 3 minutes before we're going to start.
Too bad we can't survey the crowd for their favorite dad joke.
Oh, we could. Yeah, we should do that. Maybe we should call someone over and see if we can ask their favorite dad joke. Do you have any other jokes that you like to tell?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody told me a tennis joke though yesterday that I should have written down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll have to grab it if we come back for intermission.
Okay,
Yeah.
alrighty. Let's see if we can, yeah, people are still coming in, but,
Does
we're
your
supposed-
dad must know a
Oh,
dad joke.
oh my gosh. He knows so many dad jokes.
My
That and
bond.
I know, if anybody follows him on Facebook, he has he always puts up hilarious stuff all the time. Let me just make sure I haven't missed any here. So let's see.
Aim.
Did that one.
2 minutes.
Wait, come here.
You,
Come
sir,
here for a
we're
minute.
gonna mine you for a dad joke.
Yeah, what's
Because if
your
you don't have one off the
favorite
top of your
dad
head,
joke? Here, you gotta come.
It never works when you put me on the spot.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't,
sorry.
when I have to think of something, I can't.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I don't know. I guess this would be my best dad joke right here.
Wow, that's kind of.
I think you should have given him the punchline.
I do not accept. Yeah, really. Wow. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So How's life?
Life's great. Are we still going? We're still going.
I think we're still going.
I think
but
we're still going.
Yeah. So our comedian tonight is Jason Deuman, and he's a former pastor. Do you know him at all?
I don't.
Because I think he was around. Yeah, because he was around Northwestern for a while, I guess. I think that's where he went to school.
He went there?
Yeah, and then I don't know, like he was a pastor for a bit. I don't know if he's still a pastor.
Was it like he was undeclared and decided to go into comedy by the end of his 4 years, or?
He did at some point decide to go into comedy partway through school, but I don't know like if it was exactly halfway or whatever. Okay. All right, so getting ready to switch over to the house, so enjoy the evening and we will see you later.
Have a good time, everyone.
All right. And yep. There we go.
Good evening. Welcome to Comedy Night 2025. We'll be expecting a few more, but you are the select few which will get to enjoy all of the festivities. You won't miss anything. You've already got snacks, no doubt. You'll be able to enjoy those. We thank you so much for coming this evening and for being with us. We're going to get a new treat tonight. The last couple of years, we had Brett Hollis come be our comedian. Well, Brett has recommended a friend of his that we understand is equally funny. And so we are going to come, we are going to enjoy this evening in a few minutes at least, the comic repertoire of our friend Jason Deuman. But we want to bring you together, and we're going to pray. Now, any of you who are back there chatting up, the prayer won't count for whatever you're reading. So you really want to pay attention, okay? So you'd never know what's going to happen. Heavenly Father, thank you for your goodness to us. Thank you for this evening, Lord, the opportunity to come together, to enjoy one another's company, to enjoy just laughing, Lord. These are crazy days in our country and in our world, Lord, but yet we've still got reasons to laugh. We've got a reason for joy, but we'll have a reason to laugh this evening, just to come together and enjoy your presence in that way. And so we pray in Jesus' name, Father, that you would regale us with your presence as well, Lord, so that we can hear from you and be encouraged and come away feeling better about you and what you're doing in our world today than we have before. So thank you very much, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. All right. Now, how many of you have been to the comedy night before? Okay, that's about maybe a third of the crowd or so. Well, we're glad that you're here this evening, and there are normally we have a few introductions at this point, but tonight, there's my friend Chris. Went to Bible college with Chris, he and his wife, and they are, oh boy, the stories I could tell you. We went and learned to run television camera down at a station together down in Kent because we thought we'd use that someday. I don't use it, so but it was fun. Those were special days, and that was a long time ago too. I started in 1977, and so that goes back a long way. So many here this evening. Well, thank you so much for being here. How many of you that have been here before can remember a joke from when you were here before? It was only a year ago. Come on. Yeah, there's probably a lot of stuff about COVID, especially the first year, right? Yeah. Now, I didn't even know if we had any of those. Well, okay, I can't remember any either, so it doesn't really matter. But we're so glad to have you here this evening. Who came from the furthest to be here today? Who came more than 20 miles to be here? Becky. Yeah, Becky wins, I guess. Daughter Becky, okay. She is Well, let me tell you a little bit about that. Our ministry, many of you know a little bit about our ministry, that we began doing broadcasts to Muslim people around the world. We were using international shortwave broadcasting back in those days, and we used to equip men and women to do those broadcasts, and we put them on 15 years or so ago. We began to get the idea that maybe that was on its way out. And so as I went to a prayer meeting in a church in New York. It was a special prayer meeting for missionaries, and there's just something about those kind of missionaries. You know, Jesus, the last thing he had to say to us when he left was, go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature, baptize them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So it's something that he specifically told us to do. So he's really into it, you know, and if you're into it, and you come together in a prayer meeting and you're into it together and all of the people are into it and he's into it, it just seems like things happen. And that day in the prayer meeting, I knew I was going to go pray or get prayed for because I knew that a change needed to happen in the way that we did what we were doing. So I went down and sat in the front and got prayed for, and felt pretty good when I came away, a little encouraged, and went and sat down in the back. And this veteran missionary to Nepal came up, and he didn't know anything about anything that was going on, but he basically read my mail. I don't know if you have any use that expression or not, but it means he told me everything I already knew about why I was there praying and what needed to transpire and everything. And so he went away, and as I began to wait on God, I began to get a download of everything we're now doing in the ministry 15 years later. And so that was a great roadmap that the Lord gave us as we switched over from international shortwave into broadcasting on the internet and broadcasting both via internet radio stations or streams and on websites to reach Muslims around the world in their own language. And so, but I'm getting a little bit long in the tooth now. I'm getting older, and we're beginning to think about maybe I can't keep up with it anymore. And so Becky has been the one who has volunteered to take over for us when the time comes. And so I told her specifically, though, I won't give you anything that's going to hurt you. And so we're seeing how it goes now. But she's come here. She's come all the way from Nebraska, Beaver Crossing, Nebraska. That's right. That's the reason for Beaver Crossing. And I had to go there, and she would actually like us to come there and be with them someday. And so I had to wander from their house up to the burial plot and look at it and see whether that's where I want to be someday. So. I didn't get a definitive answer, so it's still on the table. But anyway, we are looking forward to hearing from our friend Jason in just a few minutes. We determined that Becky was the one who's been here the longest, or came from the furthest to be here. Now, how many of you have been here for all three of these events? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Yeah, very good. Okay. Me too. And Joyce was here for all of them. Yeah, we had a great time. And so I guess without further ado, even though we're ahead of schedule a little bit, if Jason, if you are ready, we're going to call on you to come up and make us laugh and see how that works for you, huh? All right. God bless you.
All right. Well, good. My name is Jason, and it's good to be here in Ballard, in Norway, basically. So, Sweden too. Sorry, all the Scandinavian folk. It's good to be with you. Let's say we don't know each other, right? And so it's probably good to get to know each other a little bit. And it's always weird when a comedian says, let's get to know each other, because I'm just going to be honest, I'm the one doing all the talking. But I would love for you to do all the laughing. So it would be really helpful if we worked together. Sound good? All right, good. And I know, like the Scandinavian folks, you're pretty reserved. But today I'm going to encourage you to be unreserved, if that's a way to talk about it. But let's have a good time. As I was coming down here, one of the things that is really amazing is this contraption of the lights around the speakers. Like, I am trying to figure out the physics of it, and it is just some good old ingenuity. I am just so, it's really amazing. So, thank you, Mike, for letting me be a part of your event tonight, and I do hope that we have a good time. I'm a middle child, Any other middle children here? All right. Okay. Who cares? Right? Right? As a middle child, like I'm one of three, and I had 2 years where the world was my oyster, where I was the baby of the family. And then my parents just looked at me one day and they said, "You are not enough." So the good news is it prepared me to handle disappointment. So however this goes, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. But as a middle child, though, there are some things that you realize, like, yeah, you know what? I am kind of forgotten, and I am kind of overlooked in my family, and that's okay. It gave me a healthy sense of detachment and apathy, where I was just kind of doing my own thing. Honestly, the detachment and apathy, it actually saved my life one time. And I was outside playing by myself because I am a middle child. I grew up in the previous century. I was born in the 1980s. And in that era, we were afraid of everything. And there was all kinds of stuff on the news, and there was stranger danger. There were all kinds of reasons to be afraid. And so I'm playing outside by myself in the front yard, and a guy in a white van pulled up. And he rolled his window down and he said, "Hey kid, can you help me find my puppy?" And I was in the front yard. I was like 7 years old, and I was like, "I don't know, man. Seems like a lot of work. You should take better care of your dog." And the guy just drove away. And it wasn't until just recently, when I was reflecting on my life and walking through some past trauma, when I realized, like, that guy was trying to kidnap me. And apathy and detachment saved my life. So thank you, apathy. It really was a life-saving thing. I recently went to Japan. My brother-in-law is Japanese, and we went over there and we stayed with his family, and I was just kind of talking to him about some different dynamics of Japanese families, and he said, "We don't have a word for middle child." And that is like one of the most middle child things I've ever heard. Like a whole culture is just like, no, we don't need to give them a name. But then also, I was reading about family numbers and different things, and I found out that I am a part of an endangered species because fewer and fewer families are having more than 2 children. And so the middle child is like, we are endangered. And so your support tonight will help me to continue to advocate for. There's nothing there. There's nothing to advocate for. No one cares, right? No one cares. The plight of the middle child is completely overlooked, and that's fine. Most people are good with that. Also, one of the things that's interesting about my life is sometimes people are like, "I think I recognize you from somewhere," and maybe some of you felt like, "I think I've seen that guy from somewhere before," and you haven't. Unless it's the advertisement here. I just have one of those faces that I think I cause face blindness, where people like think I just look like cousin. And I've had a lot of people come up to me and say, "You look just like my cousin." And I have to tell adult people, like, I'm not, right? Like, you know I'm not your cousin. But I just have a generic white guy face. I'm like the Kirkland signature brand mayonnaise of faces. It's not great, but there's a lot of it. And make and do, and that's what I got. And I realized that I had a generic face when I got a Nintendo Wii. This was years ago. You guys remember the Nintendo Wii? Yeah, it's great. You got the little wand, and you're bowling, you're tennising, you're feeling active, and not even leaving the house. So great. And one of the things about the Nintendo Wii was you set up a little avatar for yourself. Do you guys remember what it was called? It was called a Mii. Yeah, the Nintendo Mii. And I turned on the Nintendo and I started setting up my avatar, and right out of the box, the default face was my face. The Mii was me. And I was like, I got to do something about this. So I grew a beard to add texture to my mayonnaise face. And I did it at the same time that everybody else who had a generic white guy face started growing a beard. And so it did me no favors. But I got bored of it one time, and I was trimming it. I over-trimmed my beard, which, Mike, you know, like you over-trim a beard. This is like, it's a big deal because you got to start over. And so I had to shave my face to like, because the symmetry was all off, and you're like looking at my face now, like, it feels off now. I got it. But I shaved my face, and I came out and asked my wife, hey, what do you think? And she said, I think I'm going to leave you. We worked it out. I said, I'll just go on vacation for a few weeks, come back, I'll have a beard again. All shall be well. But yeah, a beard is a commitment to a relationship, not just, it's not just your face. It's everybody's face. And so you do what you can. So, I, being a child of the previous century, like I said, you know what I miss the most? And all the technology and all the things that have made life so much better, I miss prank calls. Right? Prank calls were the best. And like my kids have no idea. I have a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old. They have no idea how awesome it was when you're home alone all summer because your parents are working hard, and all you got to do is you can watch Dialing for Dollars again, or you can call random numbers and talk to strangers on the internet or on the phone. And I miss that so much. And you know what ruined it? Caller ID, right? Because if I see a number I don't recognize, I'm not picking up that phone. And now nobody answers the phone anymore. And when I was a kid, I always called the same number. I feel bad for Karen. That was her name. I feel bad for Karen because my parents' number was 425-823-0532. And all summer, I just called 425-823-0523. All summer long. And then one day, she was like, I'm going to get caller ID. And so she called back. I called her, did a prank, hung up. Is your refrigerator running? Whatever. Hang up. She called back, and she said, is this the Deuman residence? I'm like, yeah. I was like, are your parents home? I'm like, well, who are you? You just called me, kid. I'm like, oh, no, Karen. Ruined my summer. Like, what am I going to do now? I've watched all of A-Team already. Yeah, caller ID is kind of ruining childhood. But you know who loves caller ID? Psychics. Right? Psychics. Like, they just pick up the phone and they're like, hello, Trevor. How did you know? Because she read it, or he. Men can be psychics too. You just read the thing. But I was walking by a psychic's store or office or lair, whatever you call a place where a psychic psychs. I don't know what it's called. And it had office hours on the door, which I think, like, that's not credibility right there. I think it should say, like, Susan, mom issues. And like a Susan with mom issues walks by, just like, that's me. I think that's how you know, like she's, or he is a legit psychic. Anyway, psychics. I'm not advocating for psychics, by the way. I feel like there's a tension around psychics right now. Don't worry, Jason. Keep moving. I'm married. I've been married for 21 years. Yeah. Anybody married here? All right, good. Being married. All right, well, that's okay. I'm glad you're here too, friend. There is room for all of us at the table. I've been married 21 years. I married my high school sweetheart. She's the best. She doesn't like coming to watch me do comedy shows because she's pretty sure she's going to outlive me. And she only wants to watch me die the one time, which is good. She's supportive. She's good. And she probably will outlive me, and that's good because like I don't, like if I outlived her, I don't know what I would do. And like, I don't know, like, if I would ever get remarried, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, because like the last time I asked somebody out was to homecoming, and so I don't even know how people do that anymore. Like, are people still like bringing corsages and like limos to their first date? Like, is that a thing? That's what we did. So I don't know how things are going, and I have all these friends. I do comedy at like open mics in different places around Seattle, and so I have all these comedian friends, and they all talk about being on the dating apps, which sounds terrible. It sounds like the worst. And being married for 21 years, like we were dating and married before all those apps even existed. And so when people are like, they're on the apps, like, I don't know, like the apps my wife and I are on are like Taco Time, McDonald's, Papa John's. Those are our apps. And that's how we know, like, hey, I'm bringing home pizza, and then it's like, oh, I love you so much. We're doing good. We're doing good. Someone asked me recently, like, you know, because I'm 44 years old, and a lot of my friends are just now getting married out in the comedy scene. Like, how have you been married for so long? Like, what is your advice? And my biggest advice is just keep going home. Like no matter what happens, just go home. And if you're like you think you're gonna do something dumb, don't do that. Go home. And that always has worked for us. The other thing is just be very curious about your spouse, which is really great for us because I have no idea how my wife's brain works, and so I'm constantly learning so many things. Like at our house, we have divided up labor appropriately. I have the opening shift, so I get the house all ready in the morning. And ironically, I also have the closing shift. So I'm kind of like a split shift manager at the Casa Dumana. And so I'm doing all this stuff to get the house ready for the closing shift, making coffee for the next day, because as a middle-aged dad, like that's one of my favorite things to do. Like I go to bed knowing I'm gonna have coffee in the morning. I don't think I have a problem. I think I have an opportunity. And so like I love making coffee, waking up, and like it's not Folgers, it's better than Folgers, and it's just like this is the best. And so I'm happy to do that. And I was doing my rounds, and it was taking longer than normal. And we have a golden retriever. Her name's Maggie. She's like 10 years old, and she likes to sleep right in front of our door. And so Kathy closed the door so Maggie didn't get in the room, and then she heard a loud thud right in front of the door, which was Maggie. But Kathy thought it was me. She thought I was dead. And I know this because she told me after I came to the bedroom, and she said, I thought you were dead. I'm like, no, I'm good. That was Maggie. And she's like, oh, then ignore my text. And she texted, are you okay? She thought I was dead, literally 5 feet away from her. She'd rather just text, are you dead? Also, she's a nurse, so she's great. I love her. She is a nurse, and she's like a hero, right? She's a frontline worker, but she works in a clinic where they do a lot of like colorectal procedures. So she's like frontline worker, but mostly back end. And she was telling me this story, no names, because she's a professional, right? But she was telling me this story that was, she had this patient who they were talking, and the patient asked, like, do you have a good memory? And my wife, Kathy, was like, oh, that's so kind that he would ask a question about me. And she said, yeah, when I was a kid, when I was like 7 years old, my family, we drove to Mount Rushmore. And it was a great road trip, and then we got there, and we saw Mount Rushmore, and it was smaller than I thought it would be, but it was just really great to be together. Yeah, I guess I do have some good memories. And the patient said, that's great, but I asked you that because you asked about my website, and I was going to tell you what my website is. Do you have a good memory? Can you remember that? So Kathy heard, I would love to hear more about your childhood. She also, she's so smart, but she's also so like confidently wrong about so many things. We were we lived in Linwood area, and she was going to go visit her friend who lived 5 minutes away from our house. But it was dark. And so she put her friend's address in Waze. Waze is great. You don't have to think when you drive anymore. I can almost fall asleep while driving. I'm so close. Anyway, you put in the thing, and it tells you where to go. And so Kathy starts making the trip, and Waze tells her to turn right. And she said to Waze, "You're wrong." And she went her own way. An hour later, she called me and said, "I'm in Everett. I don't know how I got here, and I don't know where I am, and I don't know how to get home." And, so she was so smart in so many things, but just the satellites, no, they don't know what's up. The GPS, the Global Positioning Satellite System that tells us where we are all the time, nah, just a big nah from Kath. So, also, like when we were, one of the things important to be, for marriage is to listen and respect one another, right? When we first got married, I was a youth pastor, and we would go on these river rafting trips every year with our youth group, and it was awesome. We went down to the Deschutes River. It was so great. And this year, the first year of our after getting married, there was some trouble on the river. Somebody died on the river. Don't worry, it'll be funny. And so we get there, and this was a long time ago. Like, you would not take youth group kids to a river where somebody died now. You would get so fired. But this was before the internet was in everybody's pocket. And so the leaders of the thing were just like, "Don't tell anybody." I was like, "Oh, okay." There was search and rescue going up and down the river, and they're like, what is all the search and rescue for? It's like, "I think they're looking for a deer." That's what we were told to say. And so we were just going down. We were able to do the river twice, like once on Friday, once on Saturday, and then we go home. It's such a fun ride, and there's no guides. It's just us as the youth pastor. Sure, I know how to use a raft. Let's do this. And so we would get all these kids in our rafts, and I'm in charge. And day one, I remember, somebody just died. And so I was like, I need to make sure that my 7 passengers survive this experience, because they're already busy. Like, search and rescue's already searching. The rescue part, no, but the searching part, ongoing. And so I'm like, I was pretty intense about hey, we should avoid all rocks. And so you yell out "Hard right, hard left." And we got to the end of the rapids and got out and got to our campsite. And Kathy was like, "Listen, babe, I love you. I want you to hear that I love you. We're on the same team. But you're too intense. You got to calm down." I was like, "Okay, well, you heard about the guy, right, that died. I don't want any of my kids to die." And she's like, "Okay, but we were also here to have fun, so calm down." I was like, "Okay, all right." So next day, get on the river. Guy unloads us, and then he's like, "You're on your own, kids." And so we did the river, and Kathy was sitting up front with another one of our youth leaders, Emily. I'm naming names. And she said to Emily, I could hear her because the raft is not that big. She's like, "We're just going to ignore Jason today." I'm like, "No, don't." And so there's a rock coming, and we go right down the river, and I'm like, hard right. And they're like, "No. And here comes the rock, and we hit the rock, and we went over, and the whole boat turned over, and Kathy and Emily were trapped underneath, and all of my students, my kids, they're all over the place, and I'm tossed from the boat, and I'm going down river, and then I get pinned up against a rock, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And my friends, I need to tell you, Batman is real. Because the same guy, he works at the Deschutes River, the same guy who unloaded our boats was driving the trailer back. He saw that we had capsized, and he pulled over, jumped out of the boat, swam to the raft, put his oar that I didn't even know he had, Like from his vest, like there was an oar, like a Batman oar, the bat oar, and he flipped the boat over, and then single-handedly he collected all of the kids except Colby. Colby got picked up by another boat. She's fine. But he picked up everybody and then picked up me, and he said, "You guys good?" And then he swam back to his van. And then Kathy listened to me the rest of the way. Batman works in mysterious ways. And first was saving all of the children except Colby, but remember, she's fine. And he also helped Kathy and I solve a little spat. So listen well, listen to each other. Yeah, my wife is also very supportive of me and doing new hobbies and like getting into old hobbies. Like my birthday this last year, she's like, "You should get a new guitar." And I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet." And so I went and I bought a new guitar. And then I realized something. She loves when I play guitar because I'm usually in a different room. So she's like, "You should go down to your office and play guitar." Okay, yeah. And then like right after dinner, "Hey, have you played guitar today? What's going on?" So, but Great British Bake Off, that's hard to say. Great British Bake Off is not going to watch itself. So she's got to make that happen. But yeah, so we have 2 kids, Judah and Jocelyn. They are awesome. Any dads here? All right. Being a dad is rewarding, is something that I have heard. I am still waiting for my son's Father's Day card, which is cool. He's 19. I'm waiting for any card. Any card. My daughter, though, she did get me a Father's Day card last year, and it was very sweet. And so she gave it to me on Father's Day. I opened it up. It's a "Happy Father's Day. Thanks for being my free Uber driver." 3.5 stars. Music sucks. Talks too much. Needs better snacks. It was the sweetest thing she's ever said to me. I love my kids. I really do love them. They're awesome. And but I did try to run a joke by my daughter because she's younger than me. She knows how people think and talk and trying to relate to the young, which is that tells you how old I am. And I was like, "What do you think about this?" So I do the joke. And then she's like, "Well, first of all, Dad, I hate how you start words." Oh, okay. How I start words. I don't know where to go from there. So that's constructive feedback in my home. It's going really well. Things are great. We're having a good time. But parenting is tough. And one of the hard things about parenting is, you want your kids to do great, right? All you parents here, you want your kids to do great. But you also have to give your kids permission to fail, right? Like, for instance, my kids, they suck at soccer. They're not good at it at all. But largely because I failed to sign them up. So we have a permission to fail in the home, and you know what? They're just not good at soccer, and that's fine. But I also realize that parenting is a lot like going to the movies. If you lower your expectations, you're going to have a much better time, right? Not every movie is going to win an Oscar. And not every kid is going to read, and that's okay. Like he'll get there. We're just gonna have a good time. And so I do love my kids. Like I said, we went to Japan recently, and Japan's awesome. They have a whole economy just based on cute. Like everything in Japan is cute. Has anybody been to Japan? Like they've got little cute robots to like bring you food. They have like cute cartoons on everything. And my daughter was having some stomach issues, and so we went to the pharmacy to try to find something. And my brother-in-law, who is Japanese, had no idea what any of these medicines did. And so he's like, "I don't know, try it." And so we're trying to read these things through like Google Translate. And the one we went with, I was like, "I think I could trust this one." It has an anime panda on the box. That's the doctor. The doctor is cute, so I'll trust the doctor, the cute doctor, right? That's why people love Grey's Anatomy. Same principle. Cute doctors. But I always wanted to be a dad because my dad's awesome. He's great. He always made me feel so safe when I was a kid. Like, because we were afraid of everything. Like, the white van, kidnapping kids, like that was one thing. I overcame it through apathy and detachment, so that helped. But like when I was 4 years old, I was so afraid that somebody would break into our house and murder our whole family. So I'm good. I'm good now. But I was really afraid. And one night I'm going to bed and I asked my dad, like, Dad, what do I do if somebody breaks into our house and they try to murder our whole family? And he's like, well, Jason, this is what I do. Just lay real still, pull your sheets all the way up to your neck. They'll think your head's cut off. They'll move on. I love you. Good night. And that's when I learned that the human head may or may not be detachable. And I was 4 years old. And it's like, that's great. Thanks, Dad. But, I mean, I do still sleep that way for safety. And 100% success rate. So, I don't know. It works. So, I mean, my dad was on to something. But I always wanted to be like my dad. And a couple ways this shows up in my life. One is like my father and his father before him, I like to hunt and gather. And on Sunday mornings, I like to hunt and gather on the plains of Bothell for donuts. And I found this shop that was really great. And the challenge was like, it's set, and now we're in a church, and I need you to hear, I'm Team Jesus, all right? So just hear me out. We're all in this together, right? Thank you. When I see a sign on a window that says, proudly Christian owned, my first instinct is prepare to be disappointed. Because Christian is a pretty bad adjective. Like Christian music, Christian movies, Christian politicians, just prepare to be disappointed. So I went in and everything was too cute there. I want cute medicine in Japan, but not cute donuts. I don't want to like have Jesus be the person who's leading the charge on donuts, because have you seen him? He looks like he's always on CrossFit. Right? That's a crucifix joke, guys. There you go. All right. Oh, it's okay. Jesus can take it. He's good. And like Jesus is really good at a lot of food, right? Like bread, fish, wine, for sure. Those are like the things he's great at. But I don't see him eating donuts anywhere in the Bible. And so what I look for when in a donut shop, and this is a nice pluralistic community that we live in. There's all kinds of people from all kinds of cultures. They're making donuts. It's great. But what I look for is a little shrine to Buddha, because that is a wisdom leader who knows his way around a cruller, right? That's what I'm looking for, because the fivefold path to enlightenment in the donut space is a maple bar, an apple fritter, something with a twist, and two things you put in the bag and you eat on the way home, right? That's right, Mike. Mike's with me. So, I do love donuts. And you're all looking at me and you're like, we can tell. We can tell. And I know that I need to eat better. Partly just to have fewer stains on my shirts. That would be good. But I should get in shape. And I used to run a lot on purpose. Now if I'm running, you should also be running. Like just join in. Let's just go together that way. But I used to do half marathons. And I don't want to be like one of those pretentious people who's like, I used to do half marathons. I don't have a sticker on the back of my car that says 13.1, no. But I did enjoy running, and it was one of those, the hard thing about doing half marathons, and the Seattle Half Marathon is like all hills. Have you been to Seattle? Like all hills. They found them all. You get to the top of one, and they're like, here's another. And it was awful. And the hardest part wasn't the hills. It was the people cheering you on along the way. Because they're out there eating donuts, drinking coffee, and they're like, you got this, bro. And they're still in their pajamas, and I'm like dying and barely can breathe. And they're just like, no, you're good, you're good. And then they go back and they watch football. And I am still running. But they would have these like refreshment stations all throughout. And so they were sponsored by different groups. And they would have one from like the fire department, the police department, the Boys and Girls Club. The one that was most surprising to me was from the Atheist Society of Seattle. And they had a banner that said, we believe in you. And I came across that and I was like, that's amazing. Because right now, I don't even believe in me. Like you have no evidence that I'm even going to finish this race. And you believe in me? Your whole belief system is flawed. And we got into a whole thing, and they're like, just take the water and go. So I'm not allowed on the Seattle Half Marathon anymore for philosophical reasons. But I do love a donut. Another way that I want to be like my dad is he loves greeting cards. Like, and not just getting or giving, he likes going to Safeway and reading greeting cards. Like, that's like high literature for him. And I've seen him, I've found him at Safeway in Wineta, and just like I was there, and he was also just reading greeting cards and laughing, and he's like, I'm gonna get this one, and he saves it for later. It's like the best thing in the world for him. And so when I go to greeting cards, I love greeting cards too. They're great, but I want to go and I want to help make greeting cards better, right? A little bit more specificity because they're so generic, like my face. So like, you go to you get a greeting card, and there's like a, condolences card, right? Like, Grandpa is in a better place. And I just want to add, probably because he doesn't have to listen to your whining anymore, and put it back. Or a retirement card, like, hey, happy retirement. But then also to say underneath, like, just so you know, you're now 12% more likely to die early now that you're retired. Enjoy the time that you have left, and put it back. Or a promotion card, hey, congratulations on the promotion. And then just write, your mom's still not going to be that proud of you. Because you're a middle child, and then put that back. But it's, I think we've gone into that enough. But I am getting older. I don't, like, I want to, I need to eat better, but like I get all these signs that say my body's just not working for me. Like the other day, I twisted my ankle, and you're like, well, you are a high performance athlete. That's probably what happened. Yes, I got out of my car, and my ankle said, not today, Jason, and I limped the rest of the day. That's just my body just saying no. I strained my shoulder also recently, and I strained my shoulder by putting on my jeans. And some of you are like, I've been there. It's a tough day. The challenge, like in my defense, they were right out of the dryer, right? Which, like, dryer jeans are so tempting because they're so warm and comforting, like a hug from your mom is like, oh, this is so great. But they're also so judgmental. Like a hug from your mom, right? Like, or your mom's like, you could do better. But yeah, that was a wake-up call for me. And it's hard to recognize, like, you know what, you need to make some changes, Jason, and I am trying. But donuts, I live in a universe where donuts exist, and so I'm trying to fight that. But you may be surprised when I tell you this next thing. This is not my full-time job. Yeah, right? Some of you are laughing too hard at that, and I don't know how to take it, but I'll be okay. Remember, however this goes, I'll be fine. I know how to handle disappointment. But for 20 years, I was a pastor in the Seattle and Linwood area. And being a pastor was great. I loved it. And but you get weird complaints when you're a pastor. Like things like the music's too loud, the sermon's too long, you're fat. And it's like one of those seems more personal than the others. But it's weird because you work with people, right? And how many of you guys have met a person? Oh, wow. Okay. You meet people, and how many of you have seen, like, people are in process, right? We are all pieces of work, and we're all not there yet. And as a pastor, like, people want you to fix them sometimes, and you're like, I can't fix nobody. I'm not a vet. I had a mom one time when I was a youth pastor, like, her son was 16. He was, like, stealing cars, doing drugs. We were going on winter camp, three-day retreat. And she came up to me as he got on the bus, like, I need you to fix my son. And I knew that the Lord was working in my life when I didn't say this. I didn't say to her, it took you 16 years to mess him up. I only got 3 days. I didn't say that. I thought it, and I was like, all right, Lord, sanctification. I'm in process. I'm getting better. But it's got to a place now where when I do a funeral, because I still have credentials, I still do funerals. I just put a business card in the casket as like one of those inspected by cards that you find in your pocket sometimes. I'm like, well, God, I did what I could. I'm inspected by Jason. So people don't like that very much. I did just recently do my grandmother's memorial service. And she died a few weeks ago, and it was hard. The hardest part was getting booed by my uncle at the memorial service. I asked him, when people do a memorial service, the worst part is the tribute portion. And I always tell people to write it down. Write down what you want to say. I said, okay, Uncle Jimmy, did you write down what you want to say? He looked at me straight in the face, a man of God, and he said, no. I was like, okay. And then he just went on way too long. And so I was trying to like subtly give him hints that you need to go away, Jimmy. You're really killing the vibe of this memorial service. And so I'm trying to like help him understand that. And he's like, I'm getting the hook from my nephew. I better go. And I was like, yeah, I think it's good. I think you have a good ending part here. And then he was like, you want me to tap dance? I was like, no, I don't want you to tap dance. And then he started walking down the stage, booing me. I don't have a joke for this yet. That's just my life. That's what happens. So you get weird complaints when you're a pastor. You know, my church knew that I was doing comedy the last few years, and I would counsel with people, and I realized I was a terrible counselor, partly because I would immediately choose sides, which was a bad sign. It was like, no, he is an idiot. No, you are selfish. You shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, so I'd meet with people, and invariably, husbands would look at me and say, this isn't going to end up in the act, is it? To which I would always respond, oh, that's the narcissism she was talking about. Got it. All right. Yeah. You guys are going to have a very awkward fight on the way home, and we'll be back next week. We still won't fix it. But yeah, people are never done. But I did recently change jobs. I now work at a university, and I'm an introvert. Anybody else here introverts? All right. You guys there's a lot of Norwegians and Swedes here. You're introverts, y'all. And I know that you're true introverts because sometimes I ask that and people go, woo, and those people are liars. Introverts aren't drawing attention to ourselves like that. Like, woo, we're not woo people. But there's a lot of tension around like trigger words and harmful language and that stuff, and like, what can we say, what can't we say? And as an introverted American, also I'm an endangered child. I'm a middle child. I'm an endangered species. Keep this all in mind. I just want you to keep a word. Just the language changes over time, and people don't think about the words that we say and how that affects people in different communities. But as an introverted American, there's a word that people use all the time, and it just messes me up, and I just don't know. I don't know how to like do this. I just want to do this like public service real quick. And I'd like you to consider to stop using this word, hello. What do I do now? Like my first response is, you too. Like, hello, you too. Like, I don't know, like it just causes so much angst in the introverted American community. And people are like, introverts, you just need to be more outgoing. And I've never heard anybody tell an extrovert, you need to be more ingoing. Like, calm it down. And like extroverts are always like, let's carpool. And it's like, nothing against you, but I would rather take a bus full of strangers than to go to a work engagement with somebody I work with for a little bit, because what are we going to do, talk? Rough. Anyway, I'm just working it out. But being an introvert is difficult, but we're here, we're doing this. But I did get a new job, and one of the hardest things is making friends at work. Because my first friend that I made at school, his name was Casey Borgen, and we became friends because I noticed we were both wearing a belt. And I was like, Casey, let's play. But I can't do that at work. I can't, the guy next to me, his name is Brent. I can't go to Brent's office like, Brent, let's play. And that won't work. And so I'm trying to be encouraging, trying to find ways to be supportive. And so like one day I was at the urinal, and the guy next to me just let out this deep, soul-crushing sigh. And I'm trying to be encouraging at work. And so I wanted to be like, it's okay, buddy. It'll all come out okay. But I can't do that. HR has rules now. And so, anyway, I want to leave you with this last story. Like I said, my wife is, she's positive she's going to outlive me, and she probably will. Her great-grandmother lived to be 108. Her grandpa is 92, and he just recently got remarried. And so, like, he can't see, he can't hear, but he still has woo. He's got it. And yeah, so we got married, and we went to the wedding. It was wonderful. It was the cake was blended. The bridesmaids all had matching walkers. It was really, really something. It was over in time for Matlock. It was good. Not the new one, the old one on reruns. But it led to an interesting conversation when my wife and I got home because, she's like, well, Jason, one of us is going to die first, and what do you want to do when one of us dies first? And this is a dangerous situation, gentlemen. This is a trap. This is like your Jeremy Renner in the Hurt Locker. You're out to defuse some bombs in a war zone, and one wrong wire could go all of this up in your face. And so what I did was I was like, well, babe, Kath, what do you want to do? Because I'm a leader. And she said, well, Jason, I think if I die first, I don't want you to get remarried. Which is intense, but it also gave me parameters for the conversation, right? It was like, okay, great. And I told her, well, babe, if I die first, I just want you to be happy. She said, thanks. I will be. I love you. Good night. That's all for me, everybody.
Thank you, Jason. We put you on early, though. I thought you were going to make up the rest of that time for us, but that's all right. Yeah. Nah, you did great. Thank you. We appreciate all of you being here tonight, and I gave you a little bit of an explanation of what we do as a ministry, and we do have these blogging websites, about 30 of them, and internet radio stations, probably 20 or so of those, and we're getting listeners in 200 countries any 90 day period of time. And so God is doing some things. We get about 360,000 visits to the websites every year, but it's never enough. I knew a missionary in Alaska one time. He went there straight from the Second World War. He had been he's a ball turret gunner, and he got shot down over Germany, and spent some time as a guest of the Fuhrer there. But he got out to become a missionary in Alaska, and he got there, and he started going from village to village playing the guitar and reaching people, and it wasn't enough. So he got himself a snowmobile, and he traveled from village to village, and it wasn't enough. So he got himself an airplane, learned to fly an airplane, and he'd go to more villages. Talked about when he'd get there, they would land, and then they would have to take all of the oil out of the airplane and put it in a pan so they could heat it up on the wood stove in the morning, pour it back in, start the airplane right away. Otherwise, the oil was going to be too thick and the plane wouldn't start. Well, that wasn't fast enough either, so he got an AM radio station, and he's broadcasting. And that wasn't enough, so he got an FM radio station. And that wasn't enough, so he got a television station. That's kind of the story of my life. You want to do all that you can possibly do. And so now we're working at how we can step up and not just reach 360,000 a year, but how we can step up that up to 1 million people a year. And then how can we go beyond that? And so I'm going to have Becky come. And my daughter Becky, used to call her Becky Boo when she was little. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I did.
You did.
I just know you were going to say it.
And she's going to talk to you about why we're here.
Okay. So I was wondering if I was going to have to come wrestle this microphone from him. All right. Well, I'm just going to have a go at this for a minute. Okay. So how can you tell if a comedian has passed gas? Something smells funny. Right. Thank you. Yeah. No, I'll leave that to him. Anyway, so I'm running with it. No. Anyway. Okay. So yeah, so tonight we're going to be taking up an offering, but all of this is going to go to what we're calling the Seeds of Hope campaign. But we really, I want to say, we first of all, we appreciate you all coming. Like, this is a big deal, you know, that we're able to do this, that we're able to have a good time with you guys, that we're able to just laugh together. We really appreciate that, that you guys are willing to come out for this. And, you know, if you were going to go somewhere to, you know, hear a comedian, of course, there would be, you know, you would buy a ticket, right? But you didn't all have to buy a ticket. You came here, you got to have fun with us, and Jason did a great job. I had a good time. And, you know, you know, being a middle child, I kind of, well, sort of a middle child, I appreciate the recognition. You know, I'm with you in this. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, and so, yeah, it was a good time. But tonight the offering is going to go toward the Seeds of Hope. Now I want to explain what that is a little bit. So, like he said, we have websites, outreach websites, that have radio stations, streaming radio stations attached to those, right? So if we made a website and we just put it out there, how are people going to find it, right? You got to put something called AdWords on it. And what happens when you put AdWords on something on a website? It allows people to find it by, for instance, if I need to know what kind of medicine there is in Japan, I might Google it, right? Right? You might Google it, right? But the way that website is going to pop up is they put AdWords on that website, so it pops up on your list of websites to go to find out what kind of medicine you need in Japan, right? So that's what we do. We have AdWords on our website, so if somebody types in one of the languages that we have a website in, who is Jesus? Our website's going to pop up on the top of that list because of our AdWords, because of the AdWords that we put on the website. Now, that actually costs us money. When somebody decides to click on our website, it costs us money. It costs us about 10 cents. Every time somebody clicks on one of our websites, it costs us 10 cents. But it plants a seed. You know what I'm saying? It plants a seed in someone's heart. So this dime is a seed. Every time somebody clicks on our website and we're charged a dime, that's a seed in somebody's heart. Now, like he said, we had about 350,000 clicks on our websites when somebody went to our website and said, I want to see what's on this website that talks about Jesus. When they clicked on it, we got charged a dime, but 350,000 people did that last year. Now, that doesn't mean that 350,000 people got saved from clicking on that website. If you think about being saved, like if A is them just hearing about Jesus and Z is them choosing to follow Jesus, it might take them from B to C, or then from C to D. So it's a process. So each click is a seed that is planted in their hearts, a seed of hope that eventually will lead them to following Jesus. So that is our goal, is to get them to the point where they say, yes, you know what, I am going to follow Jesus. But our goal is also, like he said, to expand how many people we can allow to click on our website or put the AdWords on to be able to raise, to have the website come up on top. You know what I'm saying? It's like, have you ever seen, like, you know, go down the list and they say sponsored, sponsored, sponsored? That's because they have AdWords on them when you see the website in the list there. So anyways, what I'm saying is we need to be able to continue this. Otherwise, our websites can't be found easily, right? So what I want you guys to think about is that dime. For every dime that you are willing to put into this offering, that's one more person that gets a seed planted in their heart. Okay? So I really want you guys to think about that. It doesn't have to be a ton, but you know, every dime is a seed. So please be willing, be open, not just to giving a dime, but to giving as much as you can, as much as God lays on your heart. Listen to what he's telling you. I don't want you to put any more, any less than what he says. We trust God. We're going to be obedient to what he's telling us to do, and we trust God to speak to each one of you as to how much you should be putting in, right? And so I encourage you guys, pray about it, and then whatever God is telling you, put it in the offering. The other thing I want you guys to know is that as you leave, we have small boxes you can take with you. They're not boxes right now. You have to put them together. Sorry, it's kind of IKEA. But you can take it with you. And as you get change, toss it in there. Toss it in there. Every dime, every penny even. Like you get 10 of them. That's another dime, you know. You could toss them in these boxes and bring them back to us. And you know what? That's more people that get to hear about Jesus, that get to click on our website and hear about Jesus and read about Jesus, okay? So please pray. And there's envelopes on the table, and Mike is going to come back and tell you about the envelopes and how you can go ahead and give. But thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for partnering with us in this.
Thank you, Becky. Okay. Well, before I explain the offering to you, why don't we pray? Heavenly Father, thank you for your goodness to us this evening, Lord, and bringing us together to enjoy this evening, Lord. And thank you for the challenge that's been put in front of us, Lord. Help us, Lord, to know how you want each one of us to respond to that challenge. And we thank you for your goodness in that, Lord, because we know that you care and that you want to reach the world, but that you want to use us to do that, Father. Thank you for your goodness. In Jesus' name, amen. Now, you will find the envelope and the courtesy slip on the
Okay.
table.
Come to us.
Take an envelope and a courtesy slip, and if you are going to put a check
Okay,
in,
so hi everybody. Thanks for joining us again. Do we have that QR code? Okay, we're going to be putting up a QR code here in a minute that you can scan with your phone, and you can go ahead and go to the give on the website. It'll actually take you right to the give page on the website, and then all they have to do is to put in their actually first you got to go down the drop down list and find Seeds of Hope, because that's what all this is going toward tonight. That dime that I was talking about a few minutes ago. You know, that's what we're going for. We're going for as many dimes as we possibly can.
You got to give a dime.
Yeah, well, at least a dime. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless, right? But hopefully more than a dime. But anyway, so you give to the Seeds of Hope. You go to the drop-down menu, give to the Seeds of Hope, and then fill in the information and how much you want to give, and it will go right to the Seeds of Hope. Every penny, actually, is going to that specific thing tonight.
Guaranteed, 100%.
Yep, 100% of what is given will go to that. And so so is that QR code up? Okay, so anyway, so yeah, you can go ahead and see the QR code there and just scan that and go ahead and give towards that. It's going to be an amazing report when we can actually like share like what we've gotten this next year, because 350,000 was last year. So once we come around probably to about the banquet time, we'll be able to give a report on how many more we've gotten. So it's exciting.
And you can be a part of that.
Yeah,
part
exactly.
Part of the change, part of the movement. Your change can make change.
Aha, there you go. That's
Yeah.
I might have to take that one. Yep, your change to make change in the world. Yeah, and it's true. It's an amazing thing, and it's a really great way to draw people to the websites. So
I think, Becky, about the kid who brought the fishes and loaves to Jesus, and look what Jesus did with that's what we think is small, isn't small in God's provision, his kingdom.
right, or even the widow's mite.
Yeah.
And Jesus talked about how what she gave might have been just a tiny, tiny amount, but it meant so much because of how much it was to her. So anyway, all right. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. And if you'd like to know more, you can definitely go to our website. And yeah, we appreciate you sticking around with us, even with our bad dad jokes and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So anyway, we hope you join us for our next event. We're going to be doing this every event that we have. So we just thank you for being with us tonight. And we'll see you next time.
Keep living in the joy of the Lord.
Amen.
Take
All
care.
right. All right.